I did not know that Punxsutawney Phil has his own Twitter account.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's a popular little
He's
guy.
a popular little, I wonder how he does that with those little tiny little nails he has, you know.
It was his teeth.
Okay, so yes indeed. Well, you know, I think he's a wise man. Let's recap once again. Punxsutawney Phil did come out of his hole this morning, and yes indeed, he did see his shadow. It was either his shadow or it was the flash photography that generated the shadow of Punxsutawney Phil on the ground. But regardless, he is predicting 6 more weeks of winter, and the way things have been going so far this year, I don't doubt that prediction one bit, guys. Weather pattern has been extremely active. Look at that, another winter storm is blasting through New England, making it the snowiest winter on record now out there. In the meantime, we are starting to see things juicing up out here across the Pacific Northwest into the Intermountain West, courtesy of a very moist westerly flow that is in the atmosphere. Temperature readings outside right now, one thing at least is that the temperatures are fairly mild here in the valleys. 45 degrees is the current reading in Boise. Nampa's at 46, Caldwell is 45, Mountain Home 44, and McCall right now just barely cold enough to sustain snow with temperature readings there at about 34 degrees. On our Doppler radar, full scan mode, much of the Treasure Valley is sitting dry at this point. Most of the showers we had earlier are moving across the Magic Valley into southeastern Idaho. But here comes the next round of wet weather developing across southern Oregon and across northern California. So like waves coming on ashore, we're going to continue to see one wave of moisture after another that's going to be affecting much of southwestern Idaho in the days to come. And this is the reason why. Notice how the pattern is changing. You see this little counterclockwise rotation that's taking place right off the coastline there, the Gulf of Alaska. That's an area of low pressure that's kind of stuck in the atmosphere. And as it sits there and spins around in a counterclockwise direction, look at all this moisture. It's surging up from the mid-tropics, so one batch of moisture after another. This is the reason why the temperatures have been so mild. This is the reason why we're going to continue to see a rain-snow mix for the mountains with rain expected in the valleys. And even then, the mountains, you're going to have to be above 5,500 to 6,000 feet to actually see any snow. Futurecast now. Tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, there's the Treasure Valley. Here comes the next wave of moisture as it moves onshore. This is tomorrow evening. Notice scattering of showers, snow expected for the higher elevations of the mountains at or above 6,000 feet. And then looking ahead into Wednesday, what do we see? Another little batch of rain, but it does start to dry out just a touch on Wednesday and Thursday. But wait till you see what happens on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Look at that. More moisture comes in. Another very wet batch of weather will be affecting us on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And some of the models indicating that the storm that comes in next Monday might actually generate some colder air. So we get some colder air, then we'll get a little rain-snow mix on some of the foothills, maybe even into the valleys next week. But for the mountains, it's just going to be, depending on where you are elevation-wise, it's going to be rain or it's going to be snow. A chance of some showers Wednesday, Thursday, and then it juices up again on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if I had to pick 2 days in that next 7-day stretch that's going to be the driest of those 7 days, it would be Wednesday and Thursday, and then it gets wet again Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
All right.
I like that. I know that most of the time you say, oh, it's gloomy, but we need the moisture.
We do need the moisture, and you can also get very dense fog with this during the morning.
Don't like that.
Okay.